Hello guys and welcome to my channel. Today I would like to share with you what I believe is the easiest way to paint waves, and sky as well. But first I would like to apologize for my camera angle. I know that it's not perfect in my videos and I'm really trying to find a way to make it better. So I really hope you do not really mind and you will still enjoy the video. And now let's go back to the painting. If you have seen my last video, then you know that I was trying out a new paper. It was a Magnani watercolor paper, Italia DS. It is a 100% cotton, 300 GSM watercolor paper. What is special about this paper is, even though it is not a rough paper, I've noticed that when I was trying to put down a flat wash, some of the areas would remain white. It was actually quite difficult to make a nice flat wash on this paper. But other than that, the paper is just great, it's fantastic, it dries completely flat, even if I didn't leave the painting on the block till it was completely dry, so I highly recommend it. But anyway, I was thinking, where could I use this quality of the paper best? And then I realized, the sky and the sea, right? So I decided to make a quick painting/experiment with this paper and to really let it show its quality to its fullest. This time I am not pre-wetting the paper, so I'm doing a wet on dry wash and I'm starting by putting the Indanthrene Blue at the horizon. Oh, I love this color. I think it is my favorite blue color, and when I think about water in watercolors, I know that sounds funny, but I think about Indanthrene Blue. So I put it at the horizon and then using some water I'm just dragging this color down. And when those white areas appear where the paper doesn't absorb the color, I just let them be. And as I move down, first I add a little bit of Cobalt Turquoise, and then when we move even closer to the viewer, I also start adding Viridian. Because as we know, the sea is not just blue, there are actually many different shades of blue, and I really wanted to show them in this painting using my favorite colors. And as I'm painting, some areas remain white, and this is where the magic happens. This is the most important thing, and it is to fight the urge to paint over those white spaces. Because I'm usually that way. For me, it is actually quite difficult to leave those white spots, and that's why I often need to use masking fluid, or then I go over on top with white gouache. But if you let it happen, then you will get very natural looking waves in the sea, and I think it just looks amazing. It looks so loose and free, and it is actually very easy to paint. I really love this style. You might ask me here, okay, but if I do not have this Magnani watercolor paper, so what should I do then to paint waves in the similar style? Then I would just say to choose a paper on the rougher side, because the rougher paper has this tendency to leave those white areas as well. Because if you choose smooth paper, then the paint will just flow everywhere and it will be difficult to get the same effect. But if you choose rough paper, then it will be much easier to get waves created in this similar way. And another tip is try to experiment with how much water you take with your brush. Because sometimes it might be too much water and then the paint flows too well as well. So it should be, not too much. So try to experiment so that you have just enough of paint and just enough water to let it flow a little bit, but so that it would stop at some point and leave those white areas that you could easily avoid and basically turn them into waves. Then, without letting the paper dry, I start painting the second layer in a way. What I'm actually doing is I'm picking up a little bit more pigment and then I'm just adding it here and there, and this creates an illusion like waves have shadows, and that makes them look more natural, I think. And this is pretty much it. I think this is the fastest painting of the sea I've ever made. Not that I made so many of them, but I really like painting the sea, and this one was a true pleasure because I was just playing with paints, with water, with the paper, and I think it turned out just great, and I really encourage you to try it because it's wonderful and easy and brings so much joy. Actually, I have a question. Do you like painting seascapes? Let me know in the comments below. What type of landscape do you like painting most? Is it a seascape, or is it a field, or is it a mountain, maybe lakes, forest? Just let me know, I'm very curious. And now I start painting the sky. And here I dropped a little bit of the water, so I needed to fix it. Just like with the sea, I do not pre-wet the paper. Instead, I'm taking a very, very light wash of the mixture of paints that I had right now on my palette, which was like a mix of Indanthrene Blue, Ultramarine, maybe a tiny bit of Turquoise. So I'm making a wash, and just like with the sea, I'm leaving the space as white. Or if to say it correctly, I just let the paper do its job, and when there is a white space, I just let it be. The only difference is that when I was painting the sea, I was moving my brush more or less horizontally, while here I moved my brush a little bit diagonally. Then I'm picking up a little bit more pigment from my palette, and just in the similar motions I try to create the shadows of the clouds. It is not bright sunny day seascape. It is a sea before the storm, when the waves getting high and the sky is really cloudy. So I really tried to create the impression of really heavy clouds. You know, when you know that the rain is about to start and you look at the sky and then you can see the clouds there, almost gray. Except here I didn't use a gray color because I haven't introduced it in my sea and I wanted to stay within the same color palette. So I just used more of Indanthrene Blue, mixed a little bit with Ultramarine, and created more of those shadows till I was satisfied. I really like the feeling of this painting, even though you can clearly see the clouds, but somehow it's not gloomy. So maybe it's not before, but already after the storm. I don't know. What do you think? How do you see this painting? And now I'm just tweaking the sky a little bit here and there, adding a little bit more water or a little bit more paint, smoothing out the horizon so that the sea kind of almost disappears and merges with the sky. And this is pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it despite the weird camera angle. I really hope you will try out this technique, and if you do, please share it with me on Instagram. I would love to see your paintings. And if you like this video, then please remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm looking forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye!